We have just witnessed the most incredible Melbourne derby and one of the greatest A-League games of all time. The elimination final between Melbourne Victory and Melbourne City. Victory are through to the semi-finals after winning 3-2 in a dramatic penalty shootout. But this game had absolutely everything from the first whistle to the very end of the penalty shootout. A crazy game. Two very strong lineups that both sides named. All eyes were on those two playmakers, Zinedine Machash and Tolga Arslan. It was expected that those two were really going to sort of battle in terms of which of those attacking midfielders is going to be able to dictate the game. And there was a real blow for Melbourne Victory after conceding that opening goal. Semi Soprine, fantastic header to that far post to open the scoring. And then soon after, Zinedine Machash sent from the field. And it was a real blow for Melbourne Victory. They lost a bit of their structure and they had to do a lot of defending. And straight off the bat, I can say right now, I mean, what an incredibly heroic defensive effort from Melbourne Victory. Guerrier, De Silva, Roderick Miranda, Adama Traore, and of course, Paul Izzo, who made not only some incredible saves, especially in that first half, that a phenomenal penalty save to deny Tolga Arslan. City was so close to going up by 2 goals there, and honestly could have had a few goals in that first half. They were looking really, really dangerous, especially in that first period. And Victory had to regroup at halftime. They came back out and really had to dig deep because City continued to push. And as we look at actually the stats here across the 2 hours of football, City racking up 30 shots, just 16 for Victory, and possession again favouring Melbourne City. Victory had to really dig deep in this match and held on right to the very end when substitute Nishan Volupale came on to score in the 88th minute. What a moment. And a really nicely taken goal too, because the move was really nice. It came out of nowhere. The long ball from Miranda. Casey Boss, fantastic to get himself onto the ball and to play it into the space where Volupale was arriving, and the cool finish to level it from there. And then from that moment, you had the sense, like in extra time, that the momentum was with Victory, right? Like the energy that they that late equaliser gave them. It really helped them get through that extra time period, which I thought was much more evenly contested. It was a really tight battle in that extra time period. Good chances for both teams. There could have been opportunities for winners there. There was some crucial goal line clearances. Ugarkovic made a great goal line clearance. And there wasn't a breakthrough to be found in that extra time period. Penalties required. And what a dramatic penalty shootout, as we can see here. 3-2 in the end. Natel Miranda scoring the opening penalties. And then the miss from Antonis and Talbot. And then it was all set up for Lee Broxham. Lee Broxham, the player who has been there since day dot for Melbourne Victory, the man who epitomises everything that this famous A-League club stands for. He comes on and he misses the penalty. Jamie Young makes a huge save to keep City alive. Caputo with a pressure penalty makes it 3-2. And then Jimmy Jago steps up. The former Socceroo, a player with great experience, and Paul Izzo with yet another save. Easily player of the match for me tonight, Paul Izzo. There's no question about it. 4 penalty saves across the entire night for Paul Izzo. What a night for the keeper, who has been involved in the A-League for quite a while. At Adelaide United he started, spent some time at Central Coast Mariners, went overseas for a bit. Now at Melbourne Victory is having a phenomenal season, and this is not only the highlight of this season for Paul Izzo, but it's probably the highlight of his career. A massive, massive evening for Paul Izzo and a huge evening for Melbourne Victory. And that wraps up the elimination finals. And now what it sets up is a really tantalising pairing of semi-finals matches. Of course, the semi-finals are 2 legs, home and away. Melbourne Victory will be taking on Wellington Phoenix. And the premiers, Central Coast Mariners, will be playing Sydney FC. Some really tantalising matchups there in the semi-finals to be played out over the next couple of weeks. Make sure to stick around on the Coastwood Football YouTube channel to stay up to that, to all the reactions and predictions and all that good stuff for the upcoming semi-finals matches. Very excited to have the 2 legs too. They're going to be 2 crazy matchups. But man, what a night this has been. Over 2 hours of crazy football action, an intense battle, and for me, it's the greatest Melbourne derby of all time. I don't think anything has topped this yet. Just from a neutral point of view, man, watching this one, just an insane watch. 2 teams throwing everything on the line to secure their place in the semi-finals and keep their season alive. Melbourne City, the premiers from last year, crash out in the elimination finals. Victory, dig deep and hold on to keep themselves alive, win the penalty shootout, and now have a massive test in the semis against Wellington Phoenix. Feel free to throw your thoughts on this match in the comments section. One of the greatest daily games of all time. My name's Lockie, this is Coastwood Football, and I'll see you in the next one.